Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you are having an awesome Ramadan and Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. So I thought I would start this 30 Days of Ramadan series just to document what we are doing throughout Ramadan with our kids and for our own learning as well. As a convert, Ramadan can be quite isolating, especially as we don't have the wealth of knowledge that other Muslims who have been born into the religion might have. I know for myself, I've been Muslim for, alhamdulillah, 8 years now, and I still find there's so much I don't know. And especially the last couple of years, I found myself slipping, so I thought this year, right, it's Ramadan, it's time to step it up. And what better way to do it than to go through my children? So I thought I'd put together a little bit of a program that I've mixed from a couple of things I found online, something really easy and quick each day that we can be consistent with, and inshallah by the end of the month we've learnt something at least. In this video I'm going to show you the couple of things that I will be following throughout the month so that you can get a little bit more of an in-depth look at those items, and the people who created them can get the credit for that. They are not mine. I am just using what other people have already freely made available to everyone, mashallah. So the first one that inspired me was last year. I found an awesome word a day Quran children's program. So it was one word from the Quran every day during Ramadan, and then they have made these little cards. They've also accompanied that with some lesson plans. So I'll just show you now. These are a couple of the cards. I've already split up the rest of them into our little Ramadan packs. So each day you get a word from the Quran. It's got a verse on there as well. And then when you look at the lesson notes, they've got, so lesson day 1 is this one. They've given a little bit of information of what they say with their children, and then the English of the verse from the Quran. I took this one step further and I actually looked up this verse in the Quran with the Arabic, and I then played it for my children. My Arabic is not strong enough to read unknown verses, so while I can still follow along, I wanted them to hear the proper Arabic pronunciations. And I made a game out of it, and I told them, can you find the word, or can you hear the word that they're saying that we've just learnt? So for the first day, it was kitab. Can you hear kitab when they are reciting this verse? And they got really into it, particularly my almost 6-year-old. She could hear the words out there, so that was really good. I was like, alhamdulillah, all hope isn't lost that I haven't been following up with her Arabic. And so that one was really good. Day 2 was really good because this was said a couple of times in the verse, so that was really exciting. And then once we've done this, I have then created a Ramadan journal for them. So each day we're using these as artistic prompts, and we are writing and drawing pictures in our journals. I'm also going to be doing this with the children because I thought it's a good way to get me involved as well. So this one is mine, and this one is one of my daughters, and this is another one at the back here. So all I did was I put paper together, blank paper, because I wanted them to use their own imagination. And day 1 was the first one, so we created the book. So we created our own kitab, and we did the front cover, and we called it my Ramadan journal for 2020. My eldest, she wrote just the word kitab. So each day she's going to be writing in Arabic just the word from the cards. I wrote out the verse that was referred to. My youngest actually did a really nice one. So for her, she's just doing the pictures. I drew the ants and she coloured them in, and then we turned her pictures that she drew some lines on there into something. And then I wrote the Arabic word for her just so she can get used to seeing Arabic. I've done this for their whole lives because their names are Arabic as well. I've always, whenever I've written their name on something, a piece of art, a piece of work, I've always written their English and their Arabic name because I want them to really understand that that is part of their identity as well. So that was hers. She's 3. For my eldest, I'm kind of doing a crash course in Arabic letters. She's past the age of needing to be introduced slowly, and I'm just literally just taking the letters from the words each day, and we're writing them out separately like this, and then I'm using a Montessori 3-point lesson, a 3-period lesson to introduce these. I'm also not doing the letter names. I'm doing the letter sounds, because that's how we teach reading in Montessori. If you want to see another video about that, you can check out the next one I'm going to put up on the screen. So I've written out the letters from the words. If there's any repeats, I don't write those. And then I'm just telling her, or like, can you show me this letter? Can you show me this letter? And then I test her by, well, what's this, what's this, what's this? And that's basically a Montessori 3-point lesson. And then we write the word together, and she tries to write it combined. So it's a really crash course in Arabic, because I've really slipped on the Arabic. That's completely my fault. Up until she was 3 years old, I was using Arabic words for a lot of things that she knew before she knew her English words. And then the last 3 years, I've just let that slip. So that's completely my fault. But inshallah, this month is going to set us back on track, thanks to these amazing resources, which I will link down in the description below to the amazing sister that made them. So thank you very much. The other thing that we're doing, I have these little calendar packs, and in each one they get one of these cards, and we get one of these kindness cards, and it's got something on there to do. So this one was say Alhamdulillah at least 5 times today. And I mixed them up with tasks to do. So the other one that we had was give 10 free hugs to your family. There's other ones about giving things to other people. And I just mixed them up throughout the month. Last year I did put treats and things in these little packs on our calendar. I put 2/3 were treats and 1/3 was something non-food related. But I really feel that because of this quarantine, the kids have had so many treats and snacks and things that it's really lost its special appeal. And I have decided to not do that this year. I'm just going to do these activities, and I'm going to be gifting them my time with them to do these activities. They don't like dates, so I can't just put a date in there. So yeah, that's what I did last year, but this year I'm not. I found one other thing that I'm focusing on for our Arabic. I know I'm kind of jam-packing in this, but it doesn't take this long when I'm doing it with them. It's maybe half an hour, if that. We are making a 99 Names of Allah tree. I found this awesome free resource with the leaves on there. I chose, there's lots of leaf ones with the names of Allah on them, but I chose this one particularly because it's got the Arabic and the English. I'm really big on reading the Arabic. Even as a convert, I struggled really hard to learn Arabic so that I could read it properly, because I learned very early on that the English words are very inconsistent, because Romanizing Arabic is very difficult. And often that changes the pronunciation depending on how someone's interpreted how to write it in English. So I like to always have the Arabic there for anything that I do, and that's why I chose this one. So each day I split it up throughout the month, so it's roughly 3 a day. There's 3 of us because it's just the 3 of us doing it, and we each get 1 a day, and then we're going to build our big 99 Names of Allah tree. So these were the first day. To go along with this, I also have this amazing book that I bought years and years and years ago. I know there is an updated version of this, I think. I'm not sure what the difference is with the new one, but I've just been using the old one. And I've just gone through and skim read basically what the name of Allah it is. It's a big introduction here. So what the name is in English and in Arabic. And then I read a little bit of this. Like, this was a little bit too long-winded for my children. I was finding it really hard to read out loud to them. So I just picked something, like if there was a story or maybe one verse about the name that we're talking about, or maybe the little bit in the box here or something like that about that name. And we read each one. So I quickly skimmed it first, and then I read out what it is. But I really just wanted them to hear the name, the English version of the name, and what it meant. So that's what we did in our lesson part of the day. At the moment the kids aren't at school, but they will be going back to school on Wednesday. So I've decided that on a school day we will do this after school as soon as possible. That's because I get tired simply, and I don't like doing things close to iftar time. I'm usually pressed for time with food. And especially because the next 2 weeks I will be working full time. So that's going to be a juggle, and they're going to be tired with the adjustment of going back to school after having 5 weeks off. But on the days, on the weekends, and for now, we're doing this in the morning as soon as we can, and we get it out of the way. Yeah, and then, like I said, it only takes about half an hour. Once we've done our little lesson part of it, they do their pictures, and then might look up something for them to watch on TV. We did that yesterday, and that worked really well actually, so we might continue that they watch some Islamic things on YouTube and TV and that sort of thing. That's basically our Ramadan program in a nutshell, all the resources that I'll be using. Each day I will make a video to show you the day's activity and what we did and what inspired us, and also I will show you the book that we read. So we are very blessed that over the last 8 years or maybe less than 8 years now, I have been collecting Islamic books, particularly once I had children, so maybe 6 years now, and we've got quite a collection now that I think I have enough for each day of Ramadan, alhamdulillah. I might be mixing that with a bit of Arabic books as well, but we'll see how we go. I've made a basket this year, and I put all our Ramadan and Arabic books that I wanted us to cover, and if I run short by the end of the month, because I haven't even counted this, then I'll just raid our Arabic readers part of our bookshelf, and inshallah by then maybe my daughter knows enough letters that she might be able to read some of the basic ones, so we'll see how we go. That's our basket that we've got on our Ramadan shelf. I put our journals in there too so that they have somewhere to go. So on each day I will show you the book that we read for that day as well, and any craft activities that we might have done. I've tried to space them out because I don't want to be doing stuff every day. This is basically enough, but I did want to throw in some special Ramadan crafts, mostly because the kids are really seeing the difference from Christmas now. Again, that's completely our decision, but we are still involved with Christmas with my side of the family, just for like Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. That's about it. We don't decorate or anything, but we do go to family who do celebrate it, and they're obviously surrounded by Christmas, especially with being at school for the first time last year. It was just Christmas, 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 like in their whole end of year thing was Christmas. So trying to make Ramadan and Eid seem like a big thing against Christmas is really hard in the West. So that's why I've put in extra effort each year to build up to this sort of thing. I didn't start with this much way back even a couple of years ago. Even last year we didn't do any of this. We just did the calendar thing, and we just read the cards and read the kindness thing, but that's it. That's all we did with it. But the kids, yeah, that was exciting enough for them. And then before that, I didn't have this, and I just was reading them some books, and that's about it as well. So each year I've built up. I didn't get all these at once either. Each year I've bought a couple more as their either Ramadan present at the beginning of Ramadan or an Eid present at the end. This year I didn't do the Ramadan presents at all. That's that basically. So I don't want this video to come across as boasting or anything about all the things that we are doing. I am a very busy mum. I'm sure every mum is busy, but I am working, trying to juggle working, and I find fasting incredibly difficult. So this kind of gives me some time to be busy so that I'm not thinking about the fasting and how tired I am. So I didn't want to overburden myself. I do not spend hours in the kitchen, so I would gladly rather be doing this stuff than cooking all afternoon. If this video has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below about what you're doing during Ramadan this month. Inshallah, every day I will be posting a short video, a lot shorter than this one, about exactly what we did on that day, and that's mostly for myself to stay accountable and to stay consistent that we actually do these things. Even today and yesterday I'm like, I don't really feel like doing it, but if I know I have to put out a video, it's going to keep me accountable first and foremost. So I think that's important, to do whatever you can to be as consistent as you can and do little things at a time. I'm not an Islamic scholar. I have no astounding knowledge in Islam or anything like that. If anything, my iman has really slipped the last couple of years, so I'm trying to use this as a way to get myself back on track. And inshallah, if it helps someone else, even if it's one person, so be it. That would be great. Alhamdulillah, I'd be so happy to see that. So let me know if you like this video. Please subscribe to this channel so you get all of the 30 days reminders and ideas that you could do with your children, or you don't even have to have children. Like I said, I'm doing this too because it's simple and easy and quick, and it's something that I can use to get myself back into Arabic and Quran and everything like that. So what a better time of year than Ramadan to do that. So inshallah your fasts are going well and you're safe in this crazy time, and I look forward to seeing everyone in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.